It was evening, and the air was calm. Jesus, after a long day of teaching the crowds, turned to his disciples and said, "Let us go over to the other side." They climbed into the boat, their hearts weary but peaceful, knowing that they were with their Master. As the boat pushed off the shore, the Sea of Galilee stretched before them, a vast and tranquil expanse under the fading light of day. The disciples chatted among themselves as the gentle rhythm of the oars lulled them into a sense of safety. Jesus, exhausted from the day, found a spot at the back of the boat, laid his head on a cushion, and drifted into a deep sleep. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted. The sky darkened, and the wind picked up speed, turning into a howling gale. Waves began crashing against the boat, each one stronger than the last. The disciples scrambled to keep the boat steady, but water was pouring in faster than they could bail it out. This was no ordinary storm. These seasoned fishermen had faced storms before, but this one was different, violent, unrelenting, and terrifying. The once peaceful sea was now a chaotic monster, threatening to devour them. Panic set in. They shouted commands to one another, their voices barely audible over the roaring wind and crashing waves. Fear gripped their hearts as they realized they could drown at any moment. Amid the chaos, one figure remained completely undisturbed: Jesus. He lay asleep on the cushion, his face serene, his breathing steady. The contrast was stark. While the storm raged outside, Jesus remained at peace within. The disciples, drenched and trembling, couldn't understand it. They rushed to him, their voices filled with desperation and accusation. "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" Their cry wasn't just about the storm. It was about their fear that Jesus was indifferent to their suffering. How often do we, too, feel like God is silent in our storms? Jesus woke up. He stood calm and composed and looked out at the raging storm. Without hesitation, he raised his hand and spoke 3 simple words: "Peace, be still." In an instant, the wind stopped. The waves settled. The sea became as smooth as glass, reflecting the faint glow of the moon breaking through the clouds. The storm that had threatened to destroy them vanished, as if it had never been there. The disciples stared at Jesus, their fear now replaced with awe. They whispered among themselves, "Who is this?" Even the wind and the waves obey him. Jesus turned to his disciples, his eyes full of compassion, and asked, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" His words were gentle, yet challenging, inviting them to reflect on their trust in him. They had just witnessed a miracle, a reminder that with Jesus, no storm is too powerful, no danger too great. The boat continued its journey across the now tranquil sea. The disciples remained silent, each one pondering the power and authority of the one they followed. Dear friends, life is full of storms, moments when fear overwhelms us and hope seems lost. But the story of Jesus calming the storm reminds us of this. When Jesus is in your boat, you are never alone. He has the power to calm not only the wind and the waves, but also the storms in your heart. The next time fear threatens to drown you, remember his words: "Peace, be still." Will you trust him to calm your storm today? Be a member of a blissful community and give a super thanks of at least $11. Till then, amen, amen, amen.